populous preserver. We were stored here.
FvS sometimes uses this ship to find alien life across the universe, and to store artifacts and devices that are too dangerous to be on Earth. So yeah, that was kind of why I explained the ship's existence, because I like to imagine that because I considered the Cybermen too dangerous to be on Earth, if they got into the wrong hands, I thought, why not store them here? And in terms of dangerous artifacts, I don't know, I guess I kind of imagined them like just housing different dangerous artifacts from other media, like the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones might have been stored on here somewhere, so who knows, that's out there.
Who goes there?
Hello?
What is this?
Worry not, guys. This one is part of the crew. Allow me to introduce...
Fresh Founders, Pegasus.
So yes, now we are introduced to our first of the Star-sent crew, Pegasus.
I think it's funny that ever since I introduced sour powder, there's this running thing of allow me to introduce in all of these videos now.
Yeah.
Is that the first robot added in, or am I forgetting?
Yeah, it's the first. Yeah, it's the first robot out of the crew that's been introduced. Now Dudley, you are right in assuming that he looks a bit like K9, because originally, yes, I did want to make Pegasus look like he came from the same line of robots as K9, even down to the animal-like features and name of this robot. So, yeah.
It's like a robot Alder, but crossed with K9, is the way I look at it.
Yeah, I've sort of considered him like the ship's cleaner and butler, so I thought I'd give him like different lenses to give him like a sort of monocle and glasses and such. And also these transitions of them against the black backgrounds. I was kind of inspired by Codename Kids Next Door for these shots, because every time they introduce a new robot, weapon, or gadget, it always comes up with this screen and they're explaining the anagram and how it works and such. So yeah.
Ooh. Fun fact, for mine, which we're not talking about yet, I was going to do something similar for when it showed each individual like Reaper, like what they can do, but when it came down to making it, I was like, I just want to get this uploaded. I don't want to like take any more time, and so I was like, I didn't bother. I might do it in another one, but it didn't make it into chapter 2, unfortunately. But I did think of doing that for like Reaper 1 and 2217.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe we might see it in the future.
I don't think there's a way you could have improved on chapter 2. I'm not going to lie. Like, I know it's early. We're in chapter 1, but that was good.
Yeah.
Pristine gentleman and ship inspecting sanitizer.
Malcolm! Good to see you again, Sonny. What brings you here?
FvS sent us here because he said you might be in danger. We may need to see the captains.
Very well. Follow me.
And of course, if you're a regular on my channel, you might recognize that music, because that is the Mr. Smith fanfare from the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, I don't think I forget it. I've watched that show too many times.
Because I figured, why not? Because he looks like K9, the show, these series and such are heavily inspired by Doctor Who, so I just thought, why not use it here?
Attention, captains! We have guests!
Malcolm and friends, welcome to our ship.
So yes, now we actually hear the two pilots actually speaking.
Yes, very interesting voice choices.
So yeah, And of course, they're still kept in silhouette because they're not going to be revealed until the next Fresh vs. Snakestaff chapter on my end.
Ah, interesting. Because I still have no idea who these two could be, so I'm curious.
So yeah, S, the one on the left, is voiced by my mum because I needed an older woman's voice, so yeah. While K on the right is voiced by our good friend Rowan Sharp, who's a regular on our podcasts and Gartic Phone sessions.
They both did a really good job.
I see you've learned from your mistake. You've only brought one Cyberman with you this time.
So yeah, in case you're wondering, Kay was of course making references to Chapter 7 through that line when Malcolm summoned all the Cybermen to nowhere. So she's just chuckling at the fact that, oh, so instead of avoiding pile-ups, you've only brought one with you this time. So, yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, I love tying these little strings of information together, so, yeah.
Beat, new Flash friends, beep-up-up.
Fresh Powder's Blooper.
And now we are introduced to our second of the robot crew, Blooper. Now, yeah.
Oops, sorry. I was going to say, it's a dragonfly design, isn't it? Am I getting the right?
Well, I consider him more of a hummingbird. Blooper's design is a bit more out there because he's based off of quite a few different places. His concept and base design is actually based off of a very classic documentary I used to watch called Alien Planet Trip to Darwin 4 or something like that.
Oh, I've watched that, yeah.
Yeah, because the drones that are sent from Earth to the alien planet are partly the reason for Blooper's design, because they both have long prehensile necks and a big airbag on their top to help them fly around. And as for his wings, they're actually kind of based on the Flaptors from Laputa, Castle in the Sky. So, yeah.
I look at it and I think the black bit looks a bit like Darth Vader's helmet. And I'm thinking, like, maybe if a snitch at Darth Vader, this is what we would get. I like the design of it.
Yeah, because Blooper's role, I kind of imagine he gathers up different materials from different planes of existence and planets, and so he's got like these rotating canisters within his body for storage and such. And his name is partly inspired by the big air sac on his back, because I can just imagine like he just sort of bloops around, so yeah, Blooper.
Bionic Landscape Product Retriever.
Blooper, you know it's not nice to hover in front of people's faces.
Backing up, Bebop.
I'm Twilight Sparkle. What's your name?
We'd prefer not to tell you that. You can just call me S.
So yeah, not even their names are being revealed until that chapter on my end, so yeah.
It's like,
Very
we can't tell you
mysterious.
that, it's too early yet.
Yeah.
And you can call me Kay.
Yeah, they have to be secretive out here. Especially considering that Snakestaff Magic's forces could still be plotting against us. So, what's the problem?
And once again, I used the Arthur flashback sound effect for that scene. Once again, my taste in sound effects are shining through.
I like it when you use that.
I recognise that sound anywhere.
Yeah.
We've been protecting the Powders for decades. We believe them to be Earth's best defense against hostile alien threats.
This whole flashback is basically my attempts of explaining their roles in our world, like why they haven't shown up and why they were so aggressive against Black Leopard during her origin story, because, you know, they've been protecting them for decades, and that was an example of them doing it.
Oh.
So yeah.
Snake Staff's magic forces have been spying on Earth ever since you beat him, trying to find Fresh and to take him down. But now that Powders aren't currently on Earth anymore, they have since turned their attention out into the cosmos, scouting the universe to try and find Fresh and his allies.
Recently, an army of evil robots managed to track us down.
So yeah, Cameron, how did you make the actual visuals for your scenes?
So pretty much I modeled and made everything in Blender, which is all free and it's really great. The robots, I can't remember. I think I took the basic shape, well, the main Reaper, I took the basic shape of like General Grievous, if you can tell with like the armor pieces.
Nice.
But it wasn't like a good version of General Grievous, but it was still his basic shape. And the other robots, the boxy ones, the older ones, I don't remember where. I think I just put stuff together, and I was like, hey, I like this design, and so I kind of went with that.
And it worked.
Yeah, for the 2 seconds on screen that it got.
That's still incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like all footage from like the old one before I remastered everything. We'll call it remastered.
Yep.
Upgrades.
Yeah, set upgrades.